Hello and welcome back to Opinions Plus. This is going to be a short clip. I just wanted to emphasize one small item, which isn't small, but it's a short word, and that was trust. Um, my focus on trust is something that, well, is difficult to speak to sometimes. But I wanted to make it clear that trust is one of the most vital characteristics of our humankind that we have. And it is not just trust in family, it's not just trust in so and so, you know, it's trust in general. Understanding what it means to you as an individual, as a leader within your sphere of leadership, whatever sphere you have, whether it's just yourself. Usually it's more than that, but you do have a leadership concept. But trust is essential. And people are not trusting. You can see that all the time. You can just see it everywhere. They're not trusting anything. They doubt everything. They doubt vaccines. They doubt, you know, the integrity of your law enforcement. They doubt this. They doubt that. Was there ever doubt? Of course there was. As I've said, and I will continue to say, because one thing we've learned is repetition is the key to success as far as getting people to believe or to think or whatever. And my concept is I want you to think. I want you to critically think. We may not agree on many things. We just may not. But you have to think about what it what you're doing. You just have to think about it. Go out in the back porch if you have a back porch, or your patio or your recliner or whatever you have, and think, contemplate, think about trust. Who do you trust? You know, it's vital. There's no simple answer to trust. I said, I think in one of the clips, whether it's the intro or not, about confidence man, the con man. You know, that's what their term is. I'm a confidence man. I gain your confidence. I gain your trust. And these people are very good at it. They're well practiced at it. And you know, can be taken in. There's no guarantee. There's no guard that you won't be taken in. Whether you get your roof done or, you know, your car fixed or go to the grocery store, go to the bank, you go to the hotel, give your card in. One of the things when I was in uh, law enforcement, the big scams about people taking credit cards and using them to run all types of nefarious things. In this case, the one I'm referring to was the people behind the hotel, the clerks were taking credit card numbers, which you just think they're just running the card, but they're taking the number. And at that time, less security was there. And they were scamming it and using it to move people all around the world for uh, different human trafficking, in other words. But this, you know, but you trust the guy behind the counter. You trust the Amazon clerk you send the card to. You trust, you trust, you trust. You say, well, I don't trust them. I don't trust the government. I don't trust this. I don't trust that. As the more it wears down your overall trust, then you end up trusting somebody. And that trusting somebody, hopefully, is the right person to trust. As I said in the previous clip, that's where leadership comes in. You have to be able to trust these people. And what is that? Just because somebody puts a collar on doesn't mean, they're a good Catholic priest or a good minister or a good, priesthood holder or bishop or whatever. Just because doesn't mean it. They have to earn that trust and do things for you. Do good things for you, not just things. Oh, well, they lowered my taxes, or my 401k is doing great, or whatever. Things like that people can easily do to assuage your concerns. But no, there's more to it. Social Security, for example, is a huge law. Big. Volumes. It's just huge. You have to be an expert in it. But we don't think about that. Those of us on Social Security. And, the socialist stuff and all this other stuff. Of course, that's a socialist concept. But that was needed for people because, and it's worked out fairly well. But that's trust. You have to trust that you're going to get the check. You have to trust that there's money in the bank. You have to trust. This whole economy, the whole society is based on trust. And yet, who do you trust? I think there was a game show on Who Do You Trust? And, it says a lot. Who do you pick to defend you, to serve you? That's why, it's important when you're thinking about, political leaders or your spiritual life or whatever it is you're contemplating, that is much more important. And it's just not you. You are responsible, obviously. You make the decision to put your left foot before your right or your right foot before your left, and then you either miss the hole or get into the hole or fall off the curb and get run over by a bus. You made that decision. The bus just happened to be in the way. Most of the time, the bus isn't there. But sometimes it is. And sometimes there's consequences that are very hard to deal with. I've lost trust in a lot of things. Why? I'm not naive. I've seen the world. I've done things and traveled all over the world. And, I've served in the military, served in Vietnam. I've served. I've done things I don't think are good. But that doesn't, mean I can't trust. I have to trust. I have to trust something, someone, some people. It's important. But who do you trust? Think about who you trust. Think about what they're trying to do, not the little blurbs and all this other stuff that go out there, not the con stuff that's, but people are not well educated in critical thinking. They just are not. The schools are a wasteland for that. They don't encourage it. Your certain political things that are going on and, the gender situation and all those issues that are before the public, which translate into school attendance and what's happening at schools, how you treat people, how you even, talk about people, what pronouns to use, what this, what that. It's huge. It's beyond huge. And you could take independent ideas, independent thoughts, try to change the world. But again, it goes back to the foundational issues of who do you trust? Who are you? And you have to trust yourself too. but you have to earn your trust. It just doesn't come. You can do some stupid things in your life. I've done many. And you learn from those things, but why do you have to learn the hard way? Because people do, sadly. They just do. So you accept what it is. My focus in this little clip is to look at trust as an important concept, a foundational concept that has to be thought about. There are no answers, no simple answers. It has to be thought about, and it's on you to think about it, to develop the trust, to develop the ability and what it means, because it's complicated. As I talked to one person about, voting, who do you trust? There's a lot being done, a lot being said. Some from outside this country, they just do things not for good, not for your good. They're good, maybe, what they think theirs good, but who do you trust? Think about it. Thank you. Again, Opinions Plus, I think it's a good idea, and going to say some things that are not welcome, I suppose, but I'm going to try to keep it as neutral as I can. Certain things do stimulate my thinking, and I'm going to develop more. And hopefully I can get this lighting and situation better and have a more professional little thing here. But my best to all. Take care.